the team project is clearly defined in your syllabus, I'd like to highlight some of the main points. Your team project is worth 35% of the total grade. For your team project, you are required to design a distance education program focusing on an international scenario. It is very important that you understand this. It has to be an international program, meaning you are offering this program in another country, which also means you will need to do some research on other countries, figure out what kind of a program would be required, and then you develop that program. In the syllabus, it mentions that you can your program can be delivered in a blended format, face-to-face, or through other different technologies. So that's up to you, but it is a distance education program. Now, why is this a team project? The whole program that you have to design, it's a large undertaking, and it's not possible for an individual student to do it at a comprehensive level over the course of one semester. Hence, we make it a team project. Now, this project is developmental, meaning you have different tasks that build on each other. You will submit the different tasks to me, and there are deadlines for these individual tasks. I will provide feedback for each of the tasks. They will not be graded. I will only grade the final document. Now, sample projects are posted on D2L for you to have a look at and understand the requirement and the scope of this project, because the scope is large. Now, I am going to be helping you along the way, especially for the different tasks, by providing basic templates on Google Drive. So for the tasks, you can use these templates, and then for your final document, you will create a completely separate Word document which you can then format and design as you want. But that'll be for the final document, and I will be providing overview videos for each task, and you can have a look, and I'll be explaining this further in the following videos. Okay, so next let's look at team responsibility. I have made a few changes in these requirements, so please listen to this carefully. Okay, now your team will have 5 to 6 members. It is the same as the discussion group. So the same members for the discussion groups will work together on the team project as well. We have tried different variations where we created separate groups for the discussion and the team. It just caused a lot of confusion. So from experience, we have decided to keep the same team for both the discussions and the team project. Now, as a team, you decide on a focus for your program. So someone in your team might know that given the situation, given the earthquake that happened in Haiti so many years ago, they have a need for a specific kind of educational program, and this person might have some idea of Haiti as well, and so that then becomes the focus of your program. So the focus and what kind of a program you're going to design, you decide as a team. But after that, each member is expected to create a module for the program. So let's think of an example for this. So the same example, Haiti requires a distance education program, and the distance education program you're going to develop is on disaster readiness, as an example. So what are the different things you have to do to be prepared for a disaster? What do you do after disaster strikes? That's the program you want to provide to this particular demographic. So what are the different modules you could have? You could have an orientation module. You would have a module on materials required or materials to focus on during a disaster. what do you do the day before a disaster? What do you do the day after a disaster? I'm just randomly thinking of ideas. So for these different elements, you create different modules for them, right? So each member now takes on a module for themselves, and the member becomes responsible for their individual module. I am trying to balance this whole team project and individual responsibility within this framework so that we can try and mitigate instances where teams don't work well together, or different team members feel they are carrying the whole weight of the project, or some team members feel that they haven't participated enough. So to mitigate all that, while the team comes up with the focus of the program and the general idea, each member is responsible for their individual module. And within your module, when I look at each module, I am then looking at the work of that individual student. So let's say for task 1, we have 5 modules, and for some reason 4 students have completed the 4 modules, but module 5, that student for some reason has not been able to complete it by the due date. The team members who have completed modules 1 to 4 do not need to do anything for module 5. You are not responsible for that module. If on the due date that module remains incomplete, that is fine, because I will then talk to that individual student. It does not reflect on the team as such. So then why have a team at all? Because as a team, you're going to support each other. You're going to provide suggestions, as in one person might not be too familiar with a particular technology. So you step in and you help them out. So this is collaboration, but you're also being judged on your individual work and you have individual responsibility. One person might know a lot about a particular country, the country that you're focusing on. So they will provide their expertise in that way. Another person might understand how to do some formatting. That's up to you. That person might say, hey, I'll format for all of you. Fine. Or that person might say, let me teach you how to do the formatting, and teaches all the rest of the team members. That's fine as well. But that's a team working together, supporting each other, but not being pulled down by any one person. So the attempt is to create a more enriching team effort and to try and reduce the stress that comes with team projects. Let's see how it goes this semester.